Hi everybody, I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama, and I love plants. And I'm assuming that if you see this video, you do too. So this is an Ikea cabinet that you can customize and make it appropriate for houseplants. And it's really, really great for a couple of reasons. The first main reason is that you get to control the light. These kits can be really, really amazing if you don't have a lot of light in your home or in your apartment, or maybe it's already taken up by bigger plants. The other thing that's really, really nice is that you get to control the humidity. So these plant cabinet kits where you buy a stock cabinet from a place like Ikea and you assemble it and then you modify it, it also allows you to control the humidity. So it's really, really great if you've got sensitive plants, or as you can see, like I have a lot of little starters, like little 2-inch pot babies, but it's going to be amazing, especially if you're dealing with plants who love high humidity. That could be, you know, all different kinds of alocasia, which are my personal favorite, calathea, different plants like that. So what we're going to talk about, this is a longer version of the tour where I'm going to show you step by step what we did. No, I'm not showing you how to build the Ikea cabinet. I'm showing you more as you're assembling it. Here's a few things to think about. Here's some things that we bought to modify, but I love this cabinet and it's so customizable. You get control of everything. So you really completely control the environment where these plants are growing. And again, whether you've got starters or you're trying to have a little plant shop or whatever the case may be, this has been a really fun project that I know we're going to be playing with for a while. So enjoy as we go through this tour of how to make your Ikea cabinet into a humidity cabinet for your plants. So welcome to my garage. Isn't it so exciting? But I'm not going to let you see anything other than the floor. So I wanted to show you, my husband tested the spray, and I'll show you what the spray is. I have all of the products that I paid for down below, but again, I'm not trying to sell you stuff, so I don't want to talk about it a lot. But this is a matte rust-proof spray, and this is what the bottom piece looks like after it's been sprayed with 3 coats. Now we went kind of crazy. I don't know that you have to spray the entire thing because of the material that it's made out of anyway. It's already basically steel. And then where you can see these little pieces here, this is the floor, like the bottom. So this is where like the doors come in and click into place here. So this is the front of the bottom, and then that's the back, if that makes sense. But it's a really nice matte. It looks pretty darn even. This is, let me show you what it is. It's this. So it is Rust-Oleum, it's stopping rust, and it's the matte clear. Okay, and I got this on Amazon. I'm sure you can get it anywhere. It was less than 10 bucks. It was like $6 or $7. But we went ahead and did this entire piece 3 coats, especially around where like the screw holes are, just to make sure, you know, we don't want to spend $130 for a cabinet and all of the labor that it takes to customize it, and then it rusts and it looks like crap. So while I didn't really care, like if you could see like a little bit of the lines, which you really can't, there's one spot right there, but other than that, like it looks really, really good. Now things are getting interesting. So we're going to be drilling in the hole that's going to go on the back wall, not on the bottom like it looks right now, but we've got clamps here that are holding down this plate. This is a 2-inch plug cover. Again, you can see all this stuff. I've got it listed if you're interested. So this, the actual hole itself, not the lip, but the actual hole is 2 inches. So we've got a 2-inch drill bit that again can go through metal, not just wood. Make sure it can go through metal. And then we've got cardboard here underneath to help protect as soon as we get through the metal. The other thing I wanted to tell you about, and hopefully I can describe it so that it makes sense. You can see the other plates right there on the floor, and then the clear matte spray up in your top right of the screen, because we've been putting layers on everything. If you're thinking about the Ikea cabinet that's like this, right? And it's got 3 floors, and I'm going to try to keep the focus. So there's the bottom level if we're looking through the back, then the 2nd floor, then the 3rd floor. The bottom 2 plates that are the back wall, because it's not one big piece, it's 3 different pieces. The bottom 2 pieces of this Ikea build are interchangeable. So the good news is we're just going to drill 1 hole right now, but if I decide later, you know, after the trial and error of testing it and like, oh, I don't really want the fans here, or I want to move the humidifier, I can switch out those two back plates. So that's just something to keep in mind, but we're going to drill the hole and then we'll finish assembly, and then we get into all of the other stuff like adding in the weather stripping and starting to play around with humidity levels and stuff like that. We're in the middle of the assembly, and I don't feel the need to show you like every step on how to put this thing together, but a few things to consider since we are going to be modifying this cabinet for basically holding humidity, right? And keeping humidity at a consistent level basically controlling the environment. So I wanted to show you, as my husband's been assembling this, there is a gap. This is the side, okay? So this is the front from this perspective. This is the front, so this would be your left as we're building it. And there is a gap. And the gap goes on this side all the way around. And then there's also gonna be a gap here on the doors that open and close. Now, to me, if we're gonna spend, you know, $130 on a cabinet and we're gonna modify it for plants, I want it done right. So we are going to be, one of the products that we're, you know, adding for modification is a weather stripping. And a weather stripping is like a foamy material that's got an adhesive on it, and you stick it flat on a surface and it seals up the gap. This also really works for drafts around, like, you know, the windows and the doors in your home, right? Keeping the air temperature that you want on the inside, and then keeping out the stuff from the outside. So what I wanted to show you is on these sides, and I'm not gonna take it apart because the glass will fall, but see how there's a little pin here and here, and this is how it's put together on all the sides. It's this little cap, and I know my phone is not doing a great job at focusing, I'm sorry. That little cap. Now the wider part of the cap, the mouth of the cap down at the bottom, that's the amount of the gap. So I'll put it in the video description so we're not like talking like a whole bunch of specific numbers, but essentially that gap all the way around is about 3 or 4 millimeters. You don't want to find a weather stripping that's way thicker, because all it's going to do is either get compressed or it's going to start to rip and tear, or this is going to bulge and warp and not sit properly. So I will link down in the video description my Amazon affiliate links. I'm paying for the products, but I'm just going to show you what I got that worked. I'm going to get black because I don't want you to be able to see it. But essentially what we'll do is we'll have to take this back off, and we're going to get that little, it comes in a roll, and you literally just pull the sticker off on one side and you stick it down. But we're going to do it, you know, you'll have to cut here because the pins are there, but here all the way around, and then on the doors as well. And we're going to do it on the door, not on the frame, I think. I'll modify that and tell you if we need to, but just so you can see, you know, if you're using this actually for plants to keep in humidity, you do want to seal all of these gaps. But again, you know, if you had to choose, I would say pick a weather stripping that's a little too thin as opposed to too thick, because then, like I said, it's just going to tear and rip and get gross. All right, I'm back with another quick clip. As we're doing the weather stripping, which is like, yay, the last, like, you know, big time consuming modification on the plant cabinet. So I don't have the doors in yet, so let's get your perspective. This is the front. Okay, none of that stuff set up, it's just storage. But we're adding the weather stripping, and I wanted to show you, if you choose to use the weather stripping that I have listed, which is 8 millimeters wide by 3 millimeters like tall or deep, we wanted to show you what happened on the side glass panels. And I'm sorry about the focus. Okay, so what we ended up doing is 2 significant things. The first is that we did, you know, we wanted weather stripping all the way around to close. I'm trying to get my finger there. The gaps. There's going to be, if you do it exactly my way, there's going to be a very narrow gap still on the vertical sides of the side glass pieces. So here's what we did. If you use my weather stripping, we did 2 layers of weather stripping across the bottom. 1 layer, 1 layer, 1 layer. Okay, and that's just because of the way the spacing in between, you know, piece and piece was on each side. One thing that I've noticed, and I'll come over here on this cabinet, is that as you're assembling, you know, there's the pins that go in. It's tighter here along the bottom, and then in our box didn't have damage or anything, but it bows out just a little bit in the middle and then gets tighter again on the top. So the gap may look just a little bit uneven. Now, of course, if you need it to be like super tight, you don't want any humidity leaking out, then obviously you can get a thicker weather stripping or do another layer. Here's the other thing that we did, and hopefully I can do this with one hand. So this is not bolted in, so I'm gonna take off this top piece and I have to hold it. See how it's gonna fall? Okay, see that pin that's right there by my finger? I'm trying to fix the focus. That pin that's right there, Ikea has, sorry about the focus, Ikea has like a cup piece. I'm about ready to walk over and show it to you. Ikea has a cup piece that goes on top of all of those pegs on those side cabinets, and it looks, I'm trying to get you the focus here. Come on, focus on my hand. It's this piece, okay? And it's a little cup piece. There we go, I tapped it with my nose. It's a little cup piece, and it goes on the pegs, which are on the side glass pieces. There's 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom on each side. So there's 8 of these cups total that go on the pegs. Now the problem is if you're using this as a humidity cabinet, this creates more of a gap. Remember that cup that we talked about earlier? It doesn't improve the security or the durability or the, like the strength of the cabinet itself. It's to create a little gap for like the original intention, which this cabinet is for like knickknacks or plates or whatever. So we are not using these 8 little cup pieces that go over those pegs. Does that make sense? We have the pegs that are built in to those pieces, and then the glass side walls, and we just put the glass side walls directly onto the peg without this piece in between. We don't feel that these cups are going, like, not having this is going to like damage the integrity or anything like that. And I know that rug is super dirty, sorry. But we decided to take those out just because it helps the weather stripping fit better on the horizontal sides of the glass. And I'm really sorry, this focus is like terrible. So we wanted to tell you those 2 things about the weather stripping. So we're going to finish that. We're going to put weather stripping on the doors. And then, I mean, we're pretty much done. And we are up and running. As you can see, the cabinet is not fully stocked. I'll do one more quick clip at the end once I've gotten all the babies in here the way I want it. So let me show you some creative choices and some decisions that we made. So these magnetic lights are fantastic. They actually came right now. It's early 2025. It was $46 for a set of 8 of them. You can daisy chain them. You can have them separate. They are all daisy chained and on a timer. They're going to be on for 8 or 9 hours right now. One of the beautiful things about these cabinets is you can always tweak things like, oh crap, that's too much light. The plants are getting fried or it's too hot. Pop one of those lights off or change the timing or whatever. So there's nobody in here yet except for my propagation bathtub. But then on the bottom 2 sections, yes, madam, there's a cat. In the bottom 2 sections, those magnetic shelves are fantastic. They come in a pack of 2, and you probably can't see them, but they also come with clips. The magnets on them are super, super strong. We also, excuse me, ma'am. Hey, we also added magnets onto the fans. So the humidifier is hooked up to a humidity meter. I want it, but I have it right now set to 70 to 75%. So it'll automatically crank on when it hits below 70%. The fans will run when the humidifier is on as well. There's one here and one over here. So higher on the right, lower on the left. The humidifier will run until it hits 75% humidity, and then the humidifier and the fans will turn off. Again, this is just our plan A. This is our first rendition. I'm sure we'll be tweaking things, and the plants will let us know if they're not doing well, as my cat sticks her face in there. So that's the plan with that. We have everything pretty well sealed so that we want the humidity, like I said, as I zoom out a little bit, the humidity is pretty much going to stay in those bottom 2 sections. And we're going to be filling it up with, of course, littler plants are going to be on those shelves. I think like a 3, maybe a 4-inch pot will fit on those magnetic shelves, and I may just end up adding more. But this is going to be, our first version and see what we think. So everything is sealed, everything is cleaned. Humidifier's on a timer or on, it's connected to the meter. But the lights are all set up. So now what we're going to do, it's not close the door with our head. Now what we're going to do is fill everything up and kind of watch the plants and see what we think. We're being very, very careful when cleaning the glass. We are only opening both doors together. We're trying to protect that weather stripping as long as possible. So everything is going really well. It looks really, really good. I'm so excited. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of furniture. If you have more questions about how we hooked everything up, essentially it's all through HomeKit. It's using smart plugs that are all set either on timers or, again, it's if you know about coding, it's like an if-then. If the humidity hits this level, then I want you to turn this and this on or whatever. So everything's all hooked up like that, but we're really, really happy. It's gorgeous. And then hopefully I will show you a finished, completed, full project here pretty soon. And here you have it. Now I've just put all of my newest babies in who were in quarantine for a few weeks. They're all on those magnetic shelves that are from Amazon. If you've got little 2-inch pots like the ones I have, and I'll link all of this stuff if you care, but the little 2-inch pots are clear, and I like them because then I can see the roots as these little babies grow. But you can see on those Amazon shelves, that one shelf right there will hold 4 2-inch pots. I've also got the labels that you can just write on with Sharpie. But I mean, it's kind of turning into how many plants can we fit in this cabinet? The big guys are down in front. Now you could certainly go crazy. You can 3D print or buy like custom handles for this cabinet and custom like clear plastic shelving and a whole bunch of different configurations so the humidity can get through. But we really do like it. Luna is jealous. We really do like it. We like it without having any of the glass shelves on the inside. So we did take that modification out. And I'll do like, it's too late for you, but like a too long didn't watch watch like a really quick video where we just talk real quickly about the settings that we used, what we have everything set up as, and all of that good stuff. But we are really, really, really happy. This is a gorgeous piece of furniture with the lights and the humidifier. It's just amazing. And I will have some tips and everything in that quick video that's coming in March or April of 2025. Thank you.